What if I told you there's a secret switch inside your body that controls whether you burn fat or store it, and most people have it stuck in the wrong position? Welcome back to Gain and Grow, where we turn your body into a fat-burning machine without ever setting foot in a gym. I'm about to reveal 5 scientifically backed strategies that will literally reprogram your metabolism to torch body fat 24/7, and you can start implementing these tonight from your living room. But before we dive in, here's something that's going to blow your mind. That stubborn belly fat you've been fighting? It's not there because you're eating too much or exercising too little. It's there because of one specific hormone that's been sabotaging your efforts, and I'm going to show you exactly how to control it using a simple kitchen ingredient that costs less than $5. Let's start with the biggest game changer that nobody talks about. Your insulin levels are the master switch that determines whether your body burns fat or stores it. Every time you eat, especially carbohydrates and sugars, your blood glucose spikes. Think of your bloodstream like a busy highway, and glucose molecules are cars racing down that highway. When traffic gets too heavy, your pancreas sends out insulin like a traffic cop to direct those glucose cars into 3 possible parking garages. First stop is your muscles for immediate energy. Second stop is your liver for backup fuel. But here's the problem. If those first 2 garages are full, insulin directs all that glucose straight into your fat storage warehouse. And once insulin opens those fat storage doors, it sends a signal to every glucose molecule in your bloodstream saying, "Come on in, the storage is open." Here's the kicker. When insulin levels are high, your body physically cannot access stored fat for energy. It's like having a safety lock on your fat stores that only opens when insulin drops. But most people are keeping their insulin elevated all day long without even realizing it. The solution is surprisingly simple and involves something you probably already have in your kitchen. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, which has been shown to reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 41% when consumed before meals. Just 1 tablespoon in 8 ounces of water before your highest carb meal of the day can dramatically lower your insulin response. But controlling insulin is just the beginning. Let's talk about the exercise mistake that's keeping your stomach soft even if you're doing hundreds of crunches every week. Most people focus entirely on their rectus abdominis, the 6-pack muscles, while completely ignoring the muscle that actually makes your stomach flat and tight. It's called the transverse abdominis, and it's like a natural corset that wraps around your entire midsection. When this muscle is weak, your belly pushes outward no matter how low your body fat percentage is. When it's strong and activated, it pulls your stomach flat from the inside out, giving you that tight, defined look even as you're losing fat. The problem is that 90% of people do crunches completely wrong and never activate this crucial muscle. Here's how to fix it. First, bring your feet closer to your body during crunches. If your feet are too far away, you create lower back stress and bypass the deep core muscles. Second, stop pulling on your neck. Keep your hands across your chest or lightly behind your ears. Most importantly, when you crunch up, breathe out forcefully while pulling your belly button toward your spine. This breathing pattern is what activates the transverse abdominis. Better yet, add planks and hollow body holds to your routine. These isometric exercises specifically target that deep core muscle and will transform how your midsection looks and feels. Now let's talk about a strategy that can boost your fat burning capacity by up to 20% without changing your diet or adding more exercise. It's called volume eating, and it exploits a simple fact about human physiology. Your stomach can only hold so much food at once. If you fill it with high-volume, low-calorie foods, you naturally have less room for calorie-dense junk. Think about it this way. You could eat an entire bag of cookies while watching a movie and barely feel full, consuming over 3,000 calories. Or you could eat a massive bowl of strawberries with sugar-free chocolate, consume only 300 calories, and feel completely satisfied. The magic number is 1 pound of vegetables per day. This single strategy can create a caloric deficit without feeling like you're dieting. For the calories in 1 small bag of chips, you could eat an entire tray of roasted vegetables seasoned with herbs and spices. For the calories in 1 soda, you could drink several bottles of sparkling water with fresh lemon and feel more satisfied. Here's another mind-blowing swap. Instead of a handful of gummy bears, try a bowl of frozen grapes with a squeeze of lemon juice. The cold temperature slows your eating, the natural sugars satisfy cravings, and you consume a fraction of the calories while getting beneficial nutrients and fiber. But what if I told you there's one supplement that can enhance every aspect of fat loss while costing less than 50 cents per day? It's not some exotic fat burner or metabolism booster. It's creatine, and most people think it's only for building muscle mass. Here's what they don't know. Creatine doesn't just enhance strength and recovery. It improves your brain function, increases your workout intensity, and helps maintain muscle mass while you're in a caloric deficit. When you maintain more muscle during fat loss, your metabolism stays higher, making it easier to keep the weight off long term. The most effective protocol is a loading phase of 20 grams per day, split into 4 doses for the first 10 to 14 days, followed by a maintenance dose based on your body weight. For someone weighing 200 pounds, that's about 7 grams daily. For lighter individuals, 5 grams is sufficient. During the loading phase, you might gain 3 to 5 pounds, but don't panic. It's water being pulled into your muscles, creating that full, three-dimensional look that makes you appear more muscular and defined. Now let's address the biggest fat loss myth that's actually making people fatter. Extreme calorie restriction seems logical. Eat less, lose more weight, right? Wrong. Here's what actually happens when you slash calories too dramatically. Days 1 through 3, your body burns through stored glycogen, which holds water. You lose water weight rapidly and think you're making progress, but you're not actually burning fat yet. By week 1, your body enters survival mode and begins lowering your metabolic rate to conserve energy. You're now burning fewer calories than when you started. Week 2 is when things get really bad. Your body starts breaking down muscle tissue for energy while protecting fat stores. Remember, muscle tissue burns calories even at rest, so losing muscle makes it even harder to lose fat. By week 3, fat-storing enzymes increase, your thyroid function decreases, and your body clings to belly fat like its life depends on it. After a month of this torture, you've achieved the dreaded skinny fat look. You're smaller but softer, weaker, and your metabolism is completely shot. When you inevitably return to normal eating, the weight comes back faster than ever because your metabolic rate is still suppressed. The smarter approach focuses on protein intake and body recomposition. Instead of just losing weight, you want to lose fat while maintaining or even building muscle. This requires adequate protein intake, ideally 1 gram per pound of body weight, and resistance training to preserve muscle mass. Here's a practical example. 200 calories of chicken thighs provides 25 grams of protein. 200 calories of chicken breast provides 41 grams of protein. Same calories, but the leaner option gives you significantly more muscle building and metabolism boosting protein. This principle applies to all protein sources. Egg whites versus whole eggs, lean cuts versus fatty cuts, Greek yogurt versus regular yogurt. By choosing leaner protein sources, you maximize the thermic effect of food, meaning your body burns more calories just digesting the protein. But here's the real secret that ties everything together. Successful fat loss isn't about perfection. It's about consistency with sustainable strategies that fit into your real life. You don't need to spend 2 hours in the gym every day or eat nothing but chicken and broccoli. Start with one strategy and master it before adding another. Maybe you begin with the apple cider vinegar protocol for 2 weeks. Once that becomes automatic, add the volume eating approach, then incorporate proper core training, then creatine supplementation. The key is building momentum with small wins that compound over time. A 1% improvement maintained consistently beats a 50% improvement that you can't stick to. Your body responds to persistent, moderate changes much better than extreme measures that you abandon after a few weeks. Let me give you a real-world example of how this looks. Sarah, one of my community members, started with just the insulin control strategy. She added apple cider vinegar before her dinner, which was usually her highest carb meal. After 2 weeks, she noticed less bloating and fewer energy crashes after eating. Then she added 1 pound of vegetables daily, mostly in the form of large salads at lunch and roasted vegetables at dinner. The increased fiber and volume made her feel full with fewer calories, and she naturally started eating smaller portions of calorie-dense foods. Next came the core training protocol. Just 10 minutes every morning focusing on proper breathing and transverse abdominis activation. Within a month, people were commenting on how much flatter her stomach looked even though she'd only lost 8 pounds. The creatine was added last, and that's when everything accelerated. Her energy improved, her workouts became more intense, and her muscle definition started popping even as she continued losing fat. 6 months later, she'd lost 32 pounds of fat while actually gaining muscle mass. This is the power of systematic, sustainable changes. Each strategy builds on the previous one, creating a compound effect that transforms your physiology from fat storing to fat burning. But remember, these strategies work together synergistically. Controlling insulin makes it easier to access stored fat. Volume eating creates a natural caloric deficit without hunger. Proper core training improves your appearance as you lose weight. Adequate protein maintains muscle mass and metabolic rate. Creatine enhances performance and recovery. The most important thing is to start today with one single strategy. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until you have everything figured out. Pick the strategy that resonates most with you and implement it tonight. If you found value in this video and want to transform your physique without stepping foot in a gym, make sure to subscribe to Gain and Grow and hit that notification bell. We're building a community of people who understand that smart strategies beat hard work every time. Drop a comment below and let me know which strategy you're going to implement first. Are you starting with the insulin control protocol, the volume eating approach, or the core training technique? I read every single comment and love hearing about your progress. And if you're ready to take this to the next level, check out the description below for links to everything I mentioned in this video, including the exact creatine I use and additional resources to accelerate your fat loss journey. Remember, your body is designed to be lean, strong, and healthy. These strategies simply remove the barriers that have been preventing your natural fat-burning mechanisms from working properly. Stay consistent, trust the process, and watch your body transform from the inside out.